Hi everybody, and thank you for watching Jobs in Showbiz. Today we have Doug, who works in the continuity department as a script supervisor. Thank you for joining me so last minute.
Oh, pleasure.
So tell us a little bit about your job. What is your secret to constantly staying employed in this crazy industry?
Well, there is no secret. In our department, there's no secret to be constantly employed.
I've checked you out. You've done quite a bit.
Yeah, but I've been around for a long time. That's why. I mean, if you're doing this job, chances are, if you're in it long enough to stay in it, you're going to be employed, because it's a job that's quite specific and.
And did somebody give you your big break? Like, did you know somebody?
No,
Were you right place at the right time?
There was never a big break. It was just one of those things where so I shouldn't say that. There was a big break, but it was, I didn't actually want to be a script supervisor. I wanted to learn about film. I wanted to go to film school. And so I spoke to a director that I knew, and he said, don't go to film school. Come do continuity on my next film. So I called Penny Hyman, who was an old script supervisor in Toronto. No longer works in the business. And I said, hey, teach me how to do the job. Spent 4 hours. The next day I was on a flight to Nova Scotia.
Oh, wow.
To work on a film. So it was just by trial by fire. But I think, I had a good understanding of filmmaking from just when I grew up in high school.
And it was obviously a good interest of yours.
Yeah, so I guess that was the big break. So I did it there, and then when I came back to Toronto, I just started getting jobs.
Oh, lucky you.
Well, it is it's lucky, but it's one of those things where, in this department, you have to start usually with non-union stuff, and then move up, because you're working very closely with the director, and directors don't suffer fools easily, and so if you're not good at your job, you usually get fired. So
understandable.
So,
and it's a very detail-oriented job. Is your life outside of the workplace very similar, or do you kind of just shut off and it's another side of Doug?
Well, I don't do continuity in my life, but my office is a mess. But I guess my life is pretty easygoing. It's
Okay.
not quite like, I don't have to say the same lines all the time.
Exactly, and things can be in different places.
I can use different hands to.
No big deal.
Yeah, no problem with that.
So with your scripts, how do you break them down? Do you make little tabs or notes that are symbols that just you know, or is there a universal language?
Well, continuity sort of takes into account a lot of different departments. So basically, I have to run through the script from that other department's point of view. So if there's props, then I will go through the script thinking about props,
Okay.
and where the props are going to be for what the continuity of the props is throughout. I mean, the same thing a props person would do. But then I also have to do one for hair, and one for makeup, and one for set deck.
Interesting.
So hopefully by the end of doing my prep, I have a very good idea of what the script is. I understand what the demands are on all the different departments, so that, because I'm really the backup person for all those people, as well as doing the dialogue and all of that other. The film convention. I'm sort of the continuity person is the person who's sort of the arbiter of what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. I mean, the director makes the final decision, but if they're going to cross the line, or if they're going to do something that's a little out of the ordinary, that's going to make editing a little more difficult, it's my job to say.
They run it by you.
Yeah. Well, they don't run it by me. I run it by them.
Well, yes.
Because they're just doing it. And I go, okay, you sure guys want to do this without doing that shot? And they'll say, yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll do the other shot. Or they'll say no. But it's their movie,
Yes.
but I'm sort of there to protect the editor and to make sure that whatever gets shot is usable.
Fair enough, fair enough. And I saw that your short film, Hell Hath No Fury,
Yes.
got accepted to a number of festivals.
Yes.
So the Boston Sci-Fi Festival,
Yes.
Broad Humor Festival,
Yes.
and the Toronto Short Film Festival.
Yes,
So
and the
congratulations.
Love Your Shorts festival in Florida.
So when do you have time?
Go to the festivals?
Well, to be part of another project.
Well, Dev Raha was the writer and Rob Fisher was the producer, and they approached me and they said, well, let's do this project. And it was, we scheduled it around everybody because they're all busy.
Yeah,
So,
everyone's crazy hours, but I know you especially.
No, we only shot it in 2 days, so it
Oh,
was
okay.
a weekend that we shot it in.
There you go.
Yeah.
And success follows you.
Well, it's good. It's funny.
And if there was another job you could do on set, what would it be and why?
Producer. Because they don't do anything.
Well, I think they would differ.
No, I don't know. I mean, I like my job. I always thought I would be a boom man because at the end of the day, they just go home.
Fair enough, fair enough.
They don't have to carry it with them.
True. Well, thank you very much for your time. Thanks, guys, for watching.
Okay.